And welcome back to Crazy's Crazy Rants. Today is May 28th, 2026, and this next story a listener sent in is honestly kind of adorable and kind of hilarious. If this was my kid, I'd have to at least laugh a little. Listener, when I was about 6 years old in kindergarten, I was on the playground, bored by myself. So I decided to make my own fidget toy. This was around 2006, so real fidget toys weren't really a thing yet. I took my sock off and filled it with pea gravel rocks from the playground. To me, I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just making something to mess with because I was bored. Recess ends. I take it back to my classroom, still not thinking anything of it. I'm swinging it around like David about to take out Goliath. My teacher sees me and says, "Hey, you're going to hit somebody. Please stop." So I put it down for a while. A couple hours later, I pick it back up, and being 5 or 6 with ADHD, I forget. I start swinging it around again, and then all of a sudden, wham, I smack a kid right in the face and bust his nose. Blood goes everywhere. I'm instantly like, oh no. I tell the kid, I'm very, very, very sorry. I did not mean to do that. He's crying, obviously, and the teacher rushes over. Next thing I know, I'm in the office. The principal is looking at me like I'm some kind of tiny criminal. He asks, "Why did you do that?" And in my little 6-year-old brain, I'm thinking, there's no way I'm telling this man I was just swinging a sock full of rocks around for fun. So I panic and say, "He was picking on my friend and I was just trying to protect her." Instantly, the whole tone changes. Now, I'm not just a kid who accidentally busted someone's nose. I'm defending somebody. Still got in trouble though. They gave me 3 days of ISS in school suspension for assaulting another student with an object. Like I was some kind of little hitman. I go home that day scared to tell my dad, thinking he's gonna be mad. I'm like, "Dad, I got in trouble at school." He asks what happened. I tell him the whole story, and he just starts laughing. Then he goes, "Well, he shouldn't have been picking on little girls then." And instead of being mad, he becomes my biggest hype man. He tells that story everywhere, to family, to friends, to people at the store. For years, this is my daughter. When she was 6, she put rocks in a sock and beat up a little boy for picking on her friend. So now, as an adult at 24, I look back and realize this was probably one of his proudest stories about me. And to this day, people will recognize me like, "Oh, you're that girl who put rocks in her sock and beat that boy up, right?" And I'm like, "It was an accident." I kind of, but yeah, that was me. Me. Okay, first of all, I love that 6-year-old. You was just inventing fidget toys out of pure boredom and playground gravel. Like, of course you were. That is the most ADHD small town 2006 thing I've ever heard. Second, the fact that your brain instantly went, "I was defending my friend," instead of "I was bored and forgot," is so real. Little you understood branding. Menace with a rock sock sounds bad. Tiny bodyguard with a rock sock sounds legendary. And your dad, he ate that story up. He did not care about the ISS. He cared that his 6-year-old daughter beat up a boy for a good cause. That became your origin story. He turned something that could have just been another thing adults shamed you for into something he bragged about. So if you're listening to this and you've ever gotten in trouble at school for something that was really just you being bored, creative, or trying to protect somebody, I see you. Sometimes the office writes it up as assault with an object, but in your real life, it's just one of those core memories that explains who you are. And if you're a parent hearing this, maybe remember your kid who acts out might just be the one who defends people one day or starts.